This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Tuesday, the 6th day of March in the year 2018. Here's what we're tracking this evening. Critics of the existing petroleum sharing agreement that Guyana shares with oil giant ExxonMobil found themselves on the receiving end of scathing criticism this morning when Minister of Business Dominic Gaskin delivered remarks at a private sector oil and gas seminar. Minister Gaskin said claims that Guyana was being ripped off amounts to pure foolishness, making it clear that in his opinion, there is nothing lopsided or ridiculous about the contract.
And instead of being excited about this and trying to get prepared for the opportunities that it could create, as how we are doing today, some of us are shouting and screaming every single day from the front pages of our newspapers about what a terrible thing this is and how we're getting ripped off and we're being tied up like iguanas and all sorts of foolishness.
At the opening of the seminar, discussions and possible renegotiations of the contract dominated the official opening ceremony. Exxon Senior Director Kimberly Brasington was asked specifically whether the company was open to a renegotiation of the contract. While not giving any clear-cut answer, she indicated that Exxon would like the sanctity of the current contract to be respected.
We have a lot of experience operating around the world, and our most successful operations are the ones in which local content plays an active and large role. You have buy-in, it's more affordable, and then you have staying power. The industry is a very long-term industry. We're here for decades. So, like it or not, we're here to stay.
The Exxon official also revealed that over 600 Guyanese businesses are already registered to do business with the company. Exxon has also hired 79 Guyanese men and 1 woman to work in its offshore base, with an additional 10 currently undergoing training overseas and 5 working for Exxon in the United States. Police investigators have arrested well-known transgender personality SOURCE Otisha Pearson as it probes accusations of pedophilia and sexual misconduct involving underage boys. Otisha was arrested on Monday night in Georgetown more than 1 week after investigators indicated that they wanted to meet the self-proclaimed Lady of the Night. Crime Chief Assistant Commissioner Paul Williams confirmed the arrest to News Source and said the decision was made to move in that direction following the submission of a report to the police by the Child Care and Protection Agency. The agency launched a probe into allegations of Otisha being involved in sex acts with underage boys after the transgender personality appeared in a television interview proclaiming that they had a young boy for every day of the week. The crime chief explained that statements are currently being taken and advice will be sought about possible charges that could be filed in the matter. Otisha will remain in custody today and tomorrow, Wednesday. Let's tell you now that of the 4,179 reported cases of child abuse that took place in Guyana last year, the majority of those cases have been characterized as neglect. In its latest report on child abuse, the Child Care and Protection Agency found that there were 2,176 cases of reported child neglect. Guyana also saw 841 cases of child sexual abuse and 834 cases of physical abuse against children. Verbal abuse came in fourth with 257 cases. Overall, Region 10 claimed the highest number of child abuse cases last year. 22% of the total number of child abuse cases came from the Upper Demerara region. The director of the Child Care and Protection Agency, Anne Green, has explained that sex abuse of children is still a problem in all of the regions. She also noted that the recently released statistics are not reflective of an increase of child abuse, but rather is attributed to the multimedia child abuse awareness campaign that was launched recently by the Child Care and Protection Agency. And finally, the Guyana Police Force is looking to continue to build trust in communities across the country. And the Ministry of Public Security would like to see the trust built to a level where members of the communities would assist in weeding out criminals. At a media briefing yesterday, Minister Kemraj Ramjatan said in many cases, many persons are well aware of the criminal activities being carried out in the communities by their own relatives and friends. He said in most cases, most choose to remain quiet.
Just like that thief man that gone behind back and thief goat and sheep and all of them and were shot. The family members knew who they were, but they didn't want to talk until they got killed.
Community policing groups in Guyana are celebrating another anniversary, and the call has been made once again for more persons to get involved in the voluntary movement, which has aided in the capture of several criminals and continue to support the work of police officers across the country. And that's your evening news bulletin for tonight. Gordon Mosley reporting for News Source.